Hello and welcome back, guys. We always wonder as students when we study or prepare for our exams that there is always a race between time and the amount of study material that we have to conclude or complete. So in this lecture, we'll be looking into some of the tips shared by Dr. Morty Lobdell, a renowned psychologist and an educationist, and we will see how we can study less but study smart. Well, the question that needs to be answered is, can we perform more or can we get more out of something by studying less? Yes, you can do it, but if you study smartly. If smart study is included, this will help you enhance your performance in any kind of test, in any kind of exams, and you will definitely excel in your academic performance. You all know that we as human beings are bound to be very lazy, and a traditional method that is being taught to us is just keep working hard, keep working hard. Definitely you have to work hard, but keep on revising, keep on reading, keep on rereading. But following these traditional methods, are we basically following the scientific leads, or are we following the scientific principles that basically are ingrained to enhance our performance and to get more out of what we study? So we need to know certain rules, we need to know certain tips that can help us basically get more out of the study time that we are investing, and that is what Dr. Morty Lobdell in his famous YouTube lecture shares. So today I'll be sharing those advices. So what is the advice number one? Break your study into small chunks. This is very important to understand, guys. Whenever we sit to study, you know that the average attention span of a student is between 25 to 30 minutes. After those 30 minutes, exhaustion sets in, and later on the efficiency starts tapering down. What do we have to do? We have to take breaks after these 25 to 30 minutes. Take small chunks of breaks, small chunks of study time, and take a break of 5 to 10 minutes, and in these 5 to 10 minutes enjoy yourself and do whatever you want. And this is what Dr. Morty Lobdell says: reinforcement of the positive things builds good study habits. Study advice number two: keep a dedicated study area. You all know that, guys, environment has a great effect on us. There is always a space for everything. There's a space to chill out, there's a space to enjoy, there's a place to sleep, there's a place for watching movie. All of these spaces have a very important impact on our psychology and our approach to doing anything. So if we go on to study or start studying in a space which is your bedroom, so bedroom is for sleep, the environment will automatically start affecting you and your study will get affected. So there should always be a space in your house that is dedicated for your study. A study area where you can sit and study, an environment that you create that is study conducive, that will help you in your study. And that's why the atmosphere of the place will affect your performance. Remember this thing very nicely, because guys, the commoner this advice is, the more commonly this advice is being given, the more less attention we pay to it, the more trivial we think that this advice is. Study advice number three: study actively. Dr. Morty Lobdell says the more actively you are involved in your study, the more active you are in your learning, the more effective you will be. So it's very important to understand, guys, when we want to sit for study, ask yourself certain questions. What is that I want to study? What are you trying to learn? Whether they are facts, whether they are data, whether they are concepts, all of these things require a different study method. The more you are prepared about what you are going to study and what you expect out of your study, the more you will enhance your performance. So it is very important to understand, guys, that when you sit for study, you need to be able to dissect the concepts that are there in your study material into micro components. You have to make them adjustable in such a jigsaw puzzle in your mind, break them down, make them into smaller concepts in your own words that are very easy to understand. This will help you understand the concepts more and more clearly and more efficiently. Once you are clear about your concepts, the other things will follow. So for that, dissect them and then understand them. Make them as simplified as possible. Advice number four: take more effective notes. Why do our notes become ineffective? Guys, when we are sitting in the class, we are unaware about what are the things that we're going to test, what are the things that we are going to learn, and out of whatever we are learning in this class, what is that thing that is going to be tested after this class, or from the study, or from the topics that are being taught in this class. Because of our generalized approach, we fail to understand what is expected out of us. That is why we have to make our notes more effective. And how do you make your notes more effective? You make your notes more effective by, prior to class, studying certain concepts. Immediately after class, taking the notes and taking them down into your simplified knowledge or simplified language format. Then when you go home, add more things to it when the topic is still very fresh. Then try and see and read those notes and try and understand what are the things that you have understood very clearly and what are the things that need improvement. When you find out the things that you need improvement, go to your classmates, go to your batchmates, go to your teachers to fill in the gaps for those topics that you haven't understood properly. Advice number 5, summarize or teach whatever you have learned. This is very important for consolidating our memory. Whatever we have learned, we should be able to summarize it. We should be able to teach it in a very simpler fashion. The more simpler you will make it, the more it will stick into your memory and more it will be easy for us to recall it at the time of test. And the more performance we will get out of this smart study. And teaching is the greatest way to learn. But why do we run away from it? We run away from it because it brings in anxiety. It brings in discomfort. It brings in certain type of pain. But remember guys, that it is this pain and this anxiety that will force your neuronal network and your mind to consolidate the study material. It will force your neuronal network to work more. The neurotransmitter to consolidate the synapses, to solidify the synapses as much as possible. And lastly, study advice number 6. Dr. Mortel tells you to follow the rule of use your textbooks correctly. We are aware of our textbook, we are aware of our study material, but we are not aware of how to use these textbooks correctly. And Dr. Lobby Mortel discusses the method of SQ3R for the reading of textbooks. What is SQ3R? S stands for survey, Q stands for question, and 3 R's stands for read, recite and review. What is survey? When you go into the topic, read the index of the book carefully. Try and just do a broad survey of the book and see what the topic you are trying to study and what that topic at large tells you about. Get a good bird's eye view of the topic when you want to study the topic. That is what is surveying the book. Then comes the question part. Try and make questions that can be asked on these topics on your own. This will help you go into the discussion or reading the textbook more efficiently, or read the questions that are generally asked on this topic and then go into the textbook to do the 3 R's. What are the 3 R's? Read it, recite it and then review it. If you follow these study techniques and advices, I hope that the study performance will enhance like anything. I hope that you have benefited from this lecture. We hope to meet you soon with the next topic. Do subscribe to our channel and press the notification bell icon so that you get the notification every time the new video is being released. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.